Hi, welcome into my channel. This channel is against the Big Bang and against the current view of the astronomy. This is the way I feel myself, like a vlog, okay? So hope you accept this. So in this video I want to talk about the creation of the solar system that the current view is wrong. The creation of the solar system. For this I cut from some mission, Lucy mission, that explores the Trojan asteroids that follow the Jupiter, in front of Jupiter and beyond the Jupiter and Lagrange points, stable Lagrange points.
NASA's Lucy mission is going to be the first mission to explore the Trojan asteroids. These are asteroids that live in two swarms, one that's ahead of Jupiter and another that's behind Jupiter. And we want to go and look at these building blocks of the planets, the ones that didn't get accumulated into the planets, to really learn about the evolution of our solar system.
So, but first of all, let me tell you like this. You go at Didyma at Apollo temple, Artemis temple, that were sacrificing goats and sheep and cows. Okay, this is NASA.
We're looking out at the Temple of Apollo in Didyma, Turkey. Would have been quite a temple in its day.
So, first of all, I want to tell you that they are human. If you respect them too much, you'll believe that they could not be wrong. But they have only stories. And this is why I put this temple. That for you to understand that they are humans and they are not saying right things. Like if a man has a car, it is not the one who invented it. The same NASA has rockets. Von Braun invented it. And they have stories. Blah, 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 blah. You see, they use evolution of the solar system. What evolves? If the planet is stable, what evolution? So you understand that you not respect them. They don't even know the difference between mythology and real religion. Artemis was a goddess, real goddess, not mythology, with temple. And I showed you the brother-in-law. Medusa and Apollo had temples. And they were making sacrifices, goats and sheep, and this, they don't know the difference between mythology and real religion. You know, before Christ they had temples, and now they put the mission on the moon, Artemis. You understand this? I want to go beyond the stars. I believe that we can go beyond the stars and colonize the planets, Jupiter and all the planets in the solar system. I'm not against this stuff, but I'm not stupid to revive some goddess before Christ. The Apollo and Artemis, although they were common names, they appear in the Bible. Saint Paul mentioned them. Artemis and Apollo, they were friends with him, so they were common names, but NASA did not name from common names this, but from that goddess that have temple and sacrifices, cows and sheep. It's comical, okay? NASA will make a temple and sacrifice the cow and sheep on the moon for Artemis, goddess, not mythology. Okay.
This is where the actual temple was situated, right here.
But now I'm making this with some purpose, okay? You must understand, if you are an archaeologist and you go and at the Artemis temple, you see the rocks, you must ask yourself where the rocks came. From where the rocks came, okay? In the same similarity. If you must ask from where the material of the solar system came. So from Egypt, these procedures are well known. The rock come from the near vicinity in Egypt, or they even brought the rock from miles away with ships on water or on land, okay? So the same way the solar system, I taking you like easy to understand. From where the rocks came, you see Jupiter with Trojan asteroids from the Lucky mission.
Lagrange points are these stable regions of space. They're around pretty much every planet in the solar system. Jupiter, by virtue of being the largest planet in the solar system, it also has the biggest Lagrange points. And these are little stable reservoirs where asteroids get in, but they never come out.
In the Earth stable orbit, there are many. And you know the asteroids are from a million, maybe, between Jupiter and Mars. And at Pluto, there are many, okay? There are, I say 250 planets, like I say planets and satellites, planets. Because the distinction, it is only made by them, okay? Because they are like Titan, like half an Earth. And maybe it is more for live for us than Jupiter and Saturn, big planets. Okay, but from where the material came, you see a rock in space does not have an engine. So from the similarity reasoning, the material is nearby made. You understand? They say that there is the Proxima star at 4 light years. You multiply a day, like 24 hours means 26 billion kilometers with 365 days and 4 years multiplied. So and you find a billion kilometers at a near star. So they could be the material from that far. If they were reaching inside our solar system, they could traverse this distance, 26 billion kilometers, multiplied by 365 days, multiplied by 4. You understand? And they do not have engine. The rocks do not have engines. So what I'm telling you, like in the similarity with Egypt, and the material is produced here and only here. This to stabilize your mind. You think at the Sun, Pluto distance is big, but not quite big, 4 billion kilometers. And from here the material should originate. You understand? So from here is the all material. And you can make a sum. You can summarize all of this. Earth plus the Moon plus Mars plus million asteroids, Mars, Jupiter, the Trojan asteroids behind and in front, Jupiter, and 83 satellites of Uranus and 56 satellites of Jupiter, or in another way, 83 Jupiter and I don't know. So Pluto and the small planets and Vesta, there are some small planets. You understand that it is wrong, the current view. Many have that there are some planets and it is full of material like Mars and Jupiter. There is even some small planets, Vesta, Ceres. So, and maybe there is more and we do not found it. So from where the material is, you make the sum, and this is the whole material, and it could not be from other part. You understand? I've just explained to you the rocks do not have engines. So the material is from here, 4 billion miles. So I have told you in my Mars video, if you break down Mars in small pieces like this, and you throw it in a distance of 2 years that Mars orbits the Sun, it will not gather again.
Early in the solar system, the giant planets were migrating outward, away from the sun. And at one point, there was chaos in the solar system. Some small bodies were ejected out of the solar system. Others could have been trapped in these Lagrange points. And that's one theory for how the Trojan asteroids came to be where they are today.
These Trojan satellites beyond and in front of Jupiter demonstrate this, because in that point the guy says they're stable orbits, stable. It will not approach Jupiter and it will not go away from Jupiter. They will stay right there. So I've told you my previous video, you break down Mars and you distribute it around the sun like fine dust. There will be points that they will not gather together. So gravitational is false. You understand, the gravitational is false. And it seems to you that it is much material, Mars material. But if you break Mars, like has 6,000 kilometers, 6,000 kilometers in diameter, and you break it over 1,000,000 miles, the circumference that Mars orbiting, it is nothing. It's going to be like smaller piece than this on 100 meters or a kilometer even. A smaller piece than this from Mars if you distribute Mars around the sun. And the Trojan satellites are demonstrating, they say there are stable orbits. They never will gather together to go towards Jupiter. So now you understand that the material is only from the Lagrange point to Lagrange point. If you have any chance to gather Jupiter, or you understand. So now I'm going to tell you that even this could not be possible. They give the age, like they say, from Earth. They found they were fighting with the Bible, with Christian Bible, and in Jewish Bible. This is the same, okay, in the Old Testament. And they were giving lots of ages, because in the Bible says that stars were made in the beginning, and Adam like a full man, and they invented evolutionism and things like this. And they could not be that the planets are young and the Earth is old, but you must understand from where the ages are given, okay? On the planets they do not have only this, they count the heatings on the planet, and they give a rate of impact that they want to, how they want to, okay? So if you count on the moon the holes of heating, you say that one was heating at 3 years, 4 years, and you have 1,000,000 heatings, so the planet says must have 1,000,000 or multiplied by 3 heatings.
Be able to get panchromatic images, which will tell us about the geology, and the crater history, which gives us the age of the surface.
But the process is giving like ad hoc process, like how they want to, okay? So they could not give the age in any kind. And the planets will not form, if you understand the Lagrange place of orbiting, okay?
Lucy will visit 1 main belt asteroid and 7 Trojan asteroids.
I don't think there's been a single NASA mission that will have visited as many objects on separate orbits in the solar system as the Lucy mission will. We launch in October of 2021. That trajectory just basically does a 1-year loop around the sun and comes back to Earth in October of 2022. And that will slingshot us out now onto a trajectory that takes a little more than 2 years to come back to the Earth. Now we're moving a whole lot faster than we were. We get that trajectory set up, and that second Earth gravity assist takes that velocity and redirects it in the direction we want that'll take us out to the Trojan space.
On our way out to the L4 swarm of the Trojans, we're going to visit a main belt asteroid. That main belt asteroid is named Donald Johanson after the discoverer of the Lucy fossil. We named the Lucy mission in honor of the Lucy fossil because we learned so much about hominid development and evolution from that fossil, just like we're going to learn about the solar system evolution from the Lucy mission.
Now, the second line of reasoning was the molecules. The Earth is full of molecules. This space is from copper. The copper is only a single atom, but you have oxygen, copper oxide, green oxide, or you have fear oxygen. There is a molecule, and you could not you do not explain this way only the iron formation, the molecule formation. When it is oxidation, you must believe that you will believe that it is simple. But when you take mountains, they are complex molecules, silicon, oxygen, and other kind of molecules, that carbon, hydrogen, carbon. You understand, gases like hydrocarbon gases. And there are many kinds of complex molecules from 2, 3, 4, 5 atoms. And if you explain that the star explode from the chemical point of view, this is wrong. Why? Because when an explosion has a resonance, energy of resonance, another bomb resonates in another way, and another bomb resonates in another way. So the explosion is not quite chaotic, has a resonance of energy, and you understand. So from chemical point of view, that resonance could entail some complex molecules, not single atoms, complex molecules, but could not entail or break down another complex molecules. So what I'm telling you right now, the mountains on short. You could not have mountains from melting processes, I've told you, but through binding of atoms in the process of molecular combinations. And you have mountains on Mars and all the planets in the solar system. So you cannot have, because you suppose a planet that is spherical without mountains, and then you presuppose that the winds are blowing and some mechanical processes, but that to give mountains. The mountains were given on Earth like this. That's why I'm telling you. But you see the mountains on Mars and they are complex molecules. One, they could not be formed in an explosion of the red star because the mountain will look another way. So how the mountains on the solar system were formed? And you understand that there are molecules, I say, in water. And this is proof. This is some proof what I'm saying, that the solar system was made under the cloud of water with the sun not ignited. The sun was igniting afterwards. The water was pulled at the middle, at the border of our galaxy, and the planets were under the water. So material remained and hit the planets made that holes. And the holes are not just from heating, but the holes are even from water evaporating, bubbling. When you understand that it could not give the age of the solar system. This is why I wanted to tell you in this video only. You see, I will make big videos and nobody will watch them. I have many ideas, but maybe you will came with me in my another video. I don't have to how to shorten this video. I have to say the idea, you understand? So the planets are made under the water, if you understand. Lagrange points interdict that the body should approach, and the star, if the star will explode, will destroy the molecular compounds. So the molecular compounds are made another way, and if you know chemistry, great chemistry, you all understand that you need water to make mountains on Mars, on Jupiter. So I'm not against NASA. I want to colonize the solar system. I tell you that we can reach the stars. The stars are small, they are not fusing atoms. Correlated with this video, because the atoms, they say that are producing stars, and I'm telling you that we do not know how the atom was made from the Mendeleev. In explosion, maybe you produce from energy atom, but that energy will break down another atom and destroy it. Okay, so the material is from the solar system. 4 billion kilometers at the Pluto maximum here was formed. And they say that a red star exploded prior to red star. The red star should have the all material, all the Mendeleev, because it exists in planet. So you cannot give from explosion the molecular bondings, and you cannot break molecular bondings through gravity on things like this. So the molecular bondings must be made chemically. And the molecular crystallization, a chemist will understand this. You must have water to produce rocks, like cement block, like a concrete block, and things like this. So the solar system were made under a big cloud of water, were split, the planets remained, and the Trojan asteroids demonstrated they are locked in orbit from the beginning. There is no evolution. They were already made like this. Planetary science. I'm sorry I'm making these big videos at this time, but maybe I will shorten them at the previous. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe you will watch them. Okay, about the formation of the solar system. Goodbye. God bless.
We really have never seen Trojan asteroids up close before, and we want to understand their geology. Look at the craters on the surface to understand the history of their surfaces, understand the composition of their surfaces so that we can maybe learn something about where they formed. And all of those will be clues to help us understand how the solar system evolved.